Oh, hey, Brett. I just wanted to talk to you about the upcoming big game, the Super Bowl. And you, of all the people here at KMRS, KKOK, been to the most Super Bowl parties, seen the most Super Bowl games. First off, what are your picks?
We're getting to the Super Bowl, and at the time of this recording, we don't know who's in it just yet. It's the conference championship game weekend. And you know what, Jason? The NFL has a funny way of everybody gets really high on one team and then something else happens. Everybody's going with the Cincinnati Bengals, it feels like right now. I think Kansas City's going to take him out. Patrick Mahomes is injured. He's going to be limited. I think the Chiefs are still going to get it done, beat the Bengals. As for the NFC, Brock Purdy for the Niners has been fantastic, but at some point he's got to hit that rookie wall and have a rough game. I think it happens against the Eagles. So I'm going with the Eagles versus the Chiefs for the Super Bowl. And when we get to that one, I'm going Kansas City. I think Andy Reid wins his second title as a head coach, and he does it against his old team, Philadelphia. So Kansas City Chiefs are my Super Bowl champion pick.
Yeah, I see. The return of two teams that won in the last 5 years.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? As a Minnesota fan, nobody wants to see Philadelphia win the title anyways, right?
Right. That city has enough problems with the fans out there, you know.
They're a rough bunch. Of course, Super Bowl parties, like you said, that's part of the big game. That's part of the experience.
I was going to ask, what is your go-to besides a nice big case of cold beverages, so to speak?
You know what? I'm a pretty simple guy. If you have some pizza, you have some little Smokies, that's good, but you got to have some buffalo dip as well. I love my chips and dip, and you got to go with the buffalo dip.
Buffalo wings?
Buffalo wings are always a safe bet as well. There's a lot of foods out there you can have, but I'm not too picky when it comes to the Super Bowl. Like you said, have some beverages, have some good food, a good array, some good company, and hopefully a good game.
I was going to sneak this to you off air, but hey, did you know that Hormel, based in Minnesota, Austin, is partnering up with Modus Brewing Company in Minneapolis to create a Hormel chili cheese brew?
That sounds fantastic.
That does. I think that's that's a good one.
That's what Super Bowl and football is all about, right in a can.
Right in the can, exactly. And hey, speaking of which, February is coming up, and we have we're getting closer and closer to the playoffs for basketball and wrestling, right?
And hockey. Hockey's just a few weeks away, actually. Morris Benson Storm boys and girls will have some playoff games coming up. And and then we get into wrestling, and then girls and boys basketball, and some conference meets for swimming and diving and gymnastics. February into March, things get really chaotic. It's a really fun time of the year, one of the most fun, but it's very chaotic, but it's all worth it, and should be pretty fun. We have a few area teams to keep an eye on as well.
And one more thing, I will never forgive myself I didn't mention in this video. We're just a few weeks away from pitchers and catchers reporting.
The sweetest words in sports right there, pitchers and catchers report. Jason, you're a huge Twins fan. What do you think of their offseason moves?
Pretty good.
Yeah,
especially with the pickup of Pablo Lopez. We definitely need him for depth in the pitching role.
You don't mind losing the AL batting champ?
It's a bittersweet moment.
Got to give up talent to get talent, right? Plus, we got Correa back, so.
Yeah, and by the way, you can get your reports from spring training right here on KMRS. Your home for Twins baseball.